Hey guys, thanks to GoBoom54 here, and tonight I'm going to show you how to install a Sling swivel stud onto the forend of your synthetic rifle stock. Hey, so this is my Marlin XD22 TR rifle stock. I've stippled it, in case you're wondering what that is. And so this is the gun that I'm going to be installing the swivel stud on. The one drawback that I think this stock has, it's a pretty decent stock, you know, your average synthetic stock, but Marlin molds in these cheesy little swivels, and they work for just using a sling and some light use, but they aren't actual studs, so you can't mount a bipod to them, which is what I wanted, which is why I'm doing this. So yeah, the reason I'm doing this video is because I could hardly find any information on how to mount a synthetic rifle stud to a synthetic rifle stock in the forend. But the one place I did find information is a place called calguns.net, calguns.net, and if you just type in Marlin XD22 Mega Thread, it'll come up the first thing, and it is a wealth of information for anyone with an XD22. It has links to sites, aftermarket stocks, scope bases, everything. And it even has an instruction on how to mount a swivel stud. So I'm pretty much going to be using what they tell you to do. This will be the video form of it. So yeah, what you're going to need is swivel studs. This is one from Uncle Mike's. This is the number 2500-0 quick detach swivel bases. If I can get that to focus. Yeah, whatever. But the main thing that you're going to want to look for in it is a machine screw with a nut on it. Because this is what you're going to be using for your forend, so you can drill a hole and you'll just tighten this down and cut off your excess. So yeah, this is the main thing that you want. This kit comes from two. This was like $3 from Midway USA, but they charged you extra, so it ended up being like $10. So you're gonna need one of these. These are a little bit easier to find in a kit with the actual swivels for the sling as well. So I'd already bought swivels, which is why, or I would have gotten a kit like that. You're gonna need a utility knife, cut off your old stud, a center punch. This is an automatic one. These are fun. You can use a regular center punch as well, but automatic will work a little bit better. 3/16 drill bit, some needle nose pliers, crescent wrench, and a small pair of vice grips. So yeah, let's get started. First thing that they want you to do is to cut off this old molded stud. I think they say that they're using one that's broken, but I'm going to cut it off. And then he doesn't worry about filing it off at all because bipod will cover it. Same for me. I'm getting a UTG bipod with their fancy little plate that'll cover that up. So I'm not going to worry about that at all. So first things first, got to cut it off. Make room for get out the old, make room for the new. So yeah, so basically just cut it off, break it off, get it nice and done. So yeah, I'll come back. I will turn the camera on when I'm done with that. Hey guys, back. So this is what it should look like afterwards. Cut off the old stud. It used to look like that. That one molded in. Cut it off. So now the next step is we're going to take this center rib in here. Let's see if we can get the light on. The center rib down in there, and we're going to cut it off. And we're going to just take some pliers in and break it off right in there to create a flat surface so you can put your machine screw in there, tighten your nut up and everything. So yeah, this is what you're just going to take your needle nose pliers and stick them in there and twist them off, twist it and break it off. Hey, so yeah, I got all that broken out. Hope you can see that. And so now the next step is to turn it over, and we're gonna mark where we're gonna, spot where we're gonna drill our hole. Now, thankfully, with synthetic stocks, there's this nice mold line right down the center of the rifle. So figuring out back and forth center the hard way, you're already set with that. So now you want to mark your hole back about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch back, and I went for 3/8. You can see that little mark right there. So now you're just going to want to take your center punch, put it right on that spot. Make sure you're all centered up, and mark your spot. See, now your spot's marked with a little dimple, and now we can set it up to drill. So yeah, I'll get it all set up. Be right back. Hey, so I got it all lined up, set up in the drill press. I'm fortunate enough to have a drill press. This could be easily done with a hand drill. I found out that the rails, the top of the slide down here, or top of the stock down here, are flat and make this flat and level. So if you just press this down, I have a drill press vise which works great. Love this thing. And just hold it flat, make sure the drill goes in your mark, you'll be good to go. So yeah. Now just you're gonna drill the hole. And there you have it. One drilled hole. I'm going to use, I will hand countersink. There's a little bit of a burr, so I'm going to clean that up. So yeah, there you go. Next up, time to put the stud in. So yeah, this is probably going to be too long. This is just kind of a test fit to make sure everything works. Yeah, this is going to be too long. So see, I have it tube fed, so pretty much at the top of these posts, so I got it cut off like a little 1/4 inch of that screw. But yeah, so yeah, but I still want to test fit it in, make sure everything's looking good. But trick is if you can get this started on this side here, I think it goes in. I couldn't figure out which way the thing goes in. I'm going to put the knurling up so it'll be easier to grab. So yeah, if you get that in, then you can just twist it on the other side. And I'll screw it on in. Yep. And there you go. That's pretty much what it's going to look like. I don't know how much I like that spacer. I might take that off, or I'm not sure. But yeah, so here, let me see if I got one. You can use just something small like this, or a punch will work, and you can sit through, kind of get it, tweak it, make sure everything's tightened up real good. So yeah, there you go. Yeah. So probably going to test fit it with my sling, make sure everything was looking good, and then I'll probably pull it out and trim it down. So yeah, be right back, guys. So I'm going to, because I have a tube fed, I don't have as much room in that barrel channel, so I need to trim off this screw. I don't know if you can see, like, put a little silver Sharpie on there. And then I have this nut on. I'm going to cut it off, and then whenever I back the nut off, hopefully that'll work to push that burr over from cutting it and help the threads stay all fine and working. So yeah, just gonna trim this up real quick. Yeah, Dremel with a cut-off blade on it. Yeah, so here, see, hopefully this will work as intended. Yep, there you go. Threads are still all good. So I'm going to take a file, clean those up. And there you go. Just shorten the screw down. So I'm going to test fit it real quick, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, I just checked it in the action, and it works. So now, time for final install. Gonna put a little blue thread locker on it. So yeah, put some thread locker on. Okay, hopefully that'll do. So yeah, one quick thing. Let me size these ice creams. Okay. So what I'm going to do for this time, put this in. Yep. And then here, sorry, I'm off frame. I'm gonna take this little set of ice grips with holding the nut, and I'm gonna stick it in here and get this started. Hopefully, sorry, let me do this real quick. Get this started. Okay, there, got it. So I'm gonna tighten this down just till it kind of seats up. You can kind of feel it get tight. And then you don't want to over tighten this, but you do want to, get it good and tight, but not too tight, because you'll crack the polymer. So that looks good. They're straight. Might need a little tweaking. But yeah, that's the gist of it. Hope this helps someone. Yeah, happy shooting.